All right, so as we put our panel back together here, we can watch this system cycle through. Our draft inducing fan is going to come on first. That's our draft inducer here, and that's got a dual purpose. It gets airflow going up and out the flue first, and it helps prevent against carbon monoxide poisoning since we're a gas-fired appliance. But then it also helps pull the flames from each one of our burner ports deeper into the heat exchange units, which are basically just the metal tubes that serpentine inside our heating cabinet here. Our pilot light glows, and our coupler is going to click, opening up the gas feed to each port. All right, working just like it should, so we're in good shape. Very nice. Quick look, yeah. So this is just access for the plumbers should we ever need to gain access to the main drain system.
Okay.
If we had a big clog or something, they needed to snake out the drain lines.
Okay.
So that's just an accessible drain pipe for them. And this is just a little decorative cover for it.
They can do them backwards like this. I never thought about that. So it doesn't stick out.
Uh-huh.
We go down here. This is a nice family room here. This is what sold my clients is this wet bar. And of course it's a walk-up exit, so that's nice. A lot of basements don't have the walk-up, and you feel like you're a little enclosed. And again, you have another dishwasher and wine fridge, and of course sink here with granite, and a full bath here, which again is nice. Saw a candle on. That's a little scary if that's been on for a while. And then we have the TV room again, the media room, which is really nice. And it looks like they have wiring there for the Bose speakers or extra speakers. And John's just out here testing all of the outlets to make sure that they're working. I see there's something that doesn't have a cover, right, John?
Yeah, it's just checking this open junction box, but there's nothing in it.
Mm-hmm.
My suspicion would be it might be for cable TV.
Oh, okay.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's okay.
Okay.
Return air ducts.
Uh-huh.
Those we want to just try to make sure we don't put any big piece of furniture right in front of them. Right, that's just important for the proper operation of our heating and ventilation system. Good water pressure.
Yeah.
So we just run all our drains and sinks, make sure that we don't have any leaks with supply lines or drain lines.
And I know people talk about these polybutylene pipes.
Yes.
Is this where if you tried to find out if your house had them, and what's typical? What do you look for if you to find those kind of piping?
Well, the polybutylene piping was used in the late 70s, early 80s. The fault with them was not necessarily the piping, but it's the connections, the joints. The glue that they used to put it all together, you know, in hindsight, we realize now, once you put chlorinated water through it, it was breaking it down, and then you'd end up with leaks at all those joint systems. So all those corner joints and stuff just, you know, were problematic. So if you see the gray polybutylene piping, you have to look to see if they have been retrofitted, meaning they took all of those joints out and put in copper fittings, or, you know, the other fix is to rip all the piping out and put in new piping, whether it's copper or PVC piping.
Yeah. Now I understand too that some polybutylene goes from this house to the street, which would be also a homeowner's responsibility, not the town. Let's say if they were hooking up. Is
Right.
that? Do you know anything about that, or?
Possible.
Okay.
And there again, you know, from home inspectors' perspective, you know, there's no way that we can even
Test for that?
ascertain
No.
whether it's there or not.
Right.
So yeah, that's one of those things that you don't know.
Okay.
Now we do have a little bit of a problem here. We're getting no drainage.
Oh yeah, I can see
so
that.
we've got a little bit of a clog.
Okay.
Now, just for the homeowner's understanding or perspective, this is a little bit different of a system.
Oh yeah.
This is a pump system. So our main drain system is up higher than this level of sink. So this was put in after the fact, and we didn't have a drain that goes down into the floor.
Okay.
So the only way that they could put this wet bar and dishwasher and system in was to put this pump system in, so that it then pumps that water up and into the main drain system.
Okay.
But we are going to ask a plumber to come and inspect and repair as needed, because we're not getting proper drainage here. Now our supply lines look fine. I don't see any leaks underneath, so we are watertight, and so everything looks all right. But we're going to let a plumber come and give his professional assessment of what the hiccup is here.
Okay.
What we initially thought was a drain issue, a clog. We've now discovered that this pump system is activated by the switch.
Okay.
Now, I'm not here to check code, and builders will put in what's called a half hot or a whole hot. This is an outlet that's controlled by the switch, but that's typically on a wall so that you can plug a lamp into it and throw light into a room when we don't have a center light fixture. I'm not fond of this hookup because anytime we want to drain or run the dishwasher, we need to be here to turn this on. Now that means the pump's going to run the whole time that the switch is on, so I can't just leave the switch on.
Right.
No, I can. It did turn off.
Okay.
All right, so I was wrong. We're okay.
Okay.
That's better. So this has to be left on.
Has to be left
If we're
on.
going to be using the sink and or dishwasher.
And the dishwasher. Okay.
So our initial concern was because the power was off.
Okay.
And
Now,
now
if
we're
for some
okay.
reason, let's say the dishwasher was running and we forgot to turn this switch on, what would happen? You just have water buildup.
Well, exactly.
Come
I
up
mean,
with the same.
it looks like we've probably got, maybe 5 gallons worth of capacity in our pump here.
Right.
And then maybe another gallon or 2 here with the sink. So, I mean, we'd be okay for a little while.
Yeah.
But now my question is going to be, is that controlled by our GFCI switch, which could also present a problem as far as power supply. Let's say we left the switch on thinking that I ran my dishwasher, but then the GFCI switch tripped. Would that shut it off? And no, it does not. So
Okay.
we do have continuous power down here as long as the light switch or the switch is turned on.
It's turned on.
So
Okay.
we want to leave that switch on.
Okay.
I wonder why they would even put a switch on it.